Hi, my name is Elizabeth Bohn, and today I'm going to be talking about literature conveying the theme of freedom. Now, the literature that I'm using today isn't just any book, it's actually a book written by me, and it's my journal. So, a little bit of background of how it is that this book conveys freedom is that I grew up in a very strict household. My parents were very authoritarian. Like, they had the mindset of, you guys are the children and we are the parents, therefore you must do what we say and not fight back or else you'll be in trouble. So being homeschooled until I hit high school, this is what I was constantly surrounded by. Like, until I turned like 13, 14, this was all that I knew. I didn't really know that there was even a different way of really doing it. So in being surrounded by this all the time, I definitely learned to monitor myself, to keep myself out of trouble. I knew that if I fought back, I would get in trouble. I'd have to run laps around the house. But if I stayed quiet and just kept everything to myself, then most of the time I stayed out of trouble. Now, my parents would even, like, to give you an example, they would get us in trouble for even angry eyes. Like, it wasn't even just, like, glaring at them. It was, like, if our eyes were not, like, happy. I don't even know. Whatever. But anyway, because of this, I found it really, really hard to express myself. Because, like I said, I kept most things inside of me. Like, my parents, even though I'm the middle child, so I'm not the oldest, my parents told me that I was the one who needed to be the example for my sisters because I was overall the better kid, like the good kid. I followed the rules more because I learned how to work the system early. That if I did what I told and didn't fight back, I would stay out of trouble. And so they wanted me to be the example. Now, in doing this, I felt very confined. I had a lot of pent-up emotions, and I was, like, constantly angry or upset, but I just kept it all inside of me because I didn't really have an outlet. But then, on my 13th birthday, my grandma sent me the best present I've ever gotten. She sent me my first journal, which, like I showed you at the beginning, is this thing. And in that, I finally felt free. All of a sudden, I was able to put everything that was in my head onto paper. I was able to put it out into the world, so it wasn't just sitting there and just, like, cycling through my head. And, like, I was free to finally say anything I wanted, and I knew I wouldn't get in trouble for it because it was only for me to read. I was able to put it, my thoughts, my emotions, my hopes, my dreams, my questions, my anger, just literally anything I wanted. Like, there are no rules when it comes to journaling. So for me, it's the ultimate freedom. Now, even as I get older, so as I'm older, I'm no longer under my parents' guidelines. They live in Michigan now. They're far away. But I still journal because I still have trouble conveying myself, and then through the journal, I'm able to kind of free myself up. I'm able to open my ability to convey literally anything that I feel or think. And I know that I'm not going to be judged or anything like that because it's for me only right now. But as I get older, and if I have kids, I'm hoping that someday I'm able to show them my journals. Obviously, I'll probably edit some stuff out, but I'm probably going to show it to them. That way I can show them that I, too, went through the same things. I felt the same things, and I think that it's going to create a connection, and it's going to allow me to relate with them more because they'll see that I was a kid. I went through a lot of hard things. I had a hard time coping with a lot of things, but I did it, and I made it through. And I think that all in all, it's going to make our relationship stronger. Another reason that I like journaling is because, as we learned in the first class, the 3 things of the humanities is I existed, I mattered, and my existence was meaningful. And for me, this is kind of how I do that, because even after I die, people can read it and they can know me. They can know what was important to me, what went through my head at a lot of things. Plus, I'm really bad at conveying emotions, so I want the people who I love to see that how much I love them so they can read about it, because I don't know if I convey it as much as I should. So, in conclusion, journaling is the ultimate freedom for me because I can be 100% me, and it's also my way of continuing to exist long after I'm dead. Thank you.